the Niners 34-31 to earn the franchise's second Super Bowl title ever. However, since then, the Ravens are 4-7 in the postseason. They have made it to the AFC Championship game just one time. The Ravens entered the season as co-favorites to win the Super Bowl and became the first preseason Super Bowl favorite to miss the postseason since the 2008 Patriots. Adam Schefter broke the story and posted this yesterday. In the first 45 minutes after John Harbaugh was fired, his agent, Brian Harlan, said he received calls from 7 NFL teams expressing interest in his client. There currently are 7 NFL coach openings, including Baltimore, so that means one team clearly does not yet have a vacancy. Peter Schrager joins us now here on First Take. And so, Schrags, where's the best fit for John Harbaugh?
He's going to have all the choices he wants. His family's from Cleveland. That one raises eyebrows. His old running mate, Monty Ossenfort, is the GM in Arizona. There is an opening in Atlanta, of course, with a lot of things to like on that roster, with a GM spot that's vacant that maybe he could help play a role in filling that one. The team I'm circling, though, is the one in our backyard. I think the New York Giants make a ton of sense. They have a franchise quarterback in Jackson Dart, which is what they believe they have. They believe they have a franchise quarterback in Jackson Dart, a franchise left tackle in Andrew Thomas, a pass rush that is set to go right now, cap space, Malik Neighbors, Scatterboo. We can go through the roster. They also have a top 5 pick, and they have a thing that none of these teams have that are currently there. A wall with 4 Lombardi trophies on it and a fan base that can rival the Ravens fan base, expectations, standards, and a certain stature of franchise amongst the NFL 32. John Harbaugh is going to interview for several of these jobs. None of them are in stone yet. I can tell you that the Giants are interested in interviewing him. I can tell you Atlanta is interested. I can tell you Cleveland is going to be aggressive in this one. Can you imagine John Harbaugh going in at Cleveland and playing the Ravens twice a year? I believe, to me, the Giants and Harbaugh make a lot of sense.
You almost fell out of your chair and made me nervous.
The Jackson Dart quarterback.
I think the Giants make sense, too, because they have an embattled GM who is in a little trouble there in Shane, who they brought back partly maybe because of the health of Mr. Mara, because, it's hard to look for
stabilizing factor.
Yeah, there. So you don't want to go too crazy with all this dishevelment. So I think Harbaugh he's going to go to the Giants. It's by far the best job. You hit it all ahead. They have a quarterback. We think he's good. The franchise is strong.
Fair.
But they got pieces on defense. Carter played well late in the year. Burns had a tremendous season.
Yep.
They got a good pick. They got other picks. The running back, Scatterboo, is good. Neighbors is coming back. Thomas is excellent. Their offensive line's a little better. I think Harbaugh's going there. I really do. Listen, Arizona doesn't have a quarterback. Cleveland doesn't have a quarterback. With all due respect to Sanders, they need a quarterback. The Falcons, they got a weird situation at quarterback.
Yep.
So I think if he asks, and I think Stefanski, I'll tell you a perfect place for Stefanski is Tennessee. He'd be great with Cam Ward. And Stefanski's a good coach. Mm-hmm. I don't care. Haslam, I don't like Haslam as an owner. Stefanski's a good coach.
I'm not questioning him as a coach, but I'm talking quarterback position. The man had about 13 quarterbacks in 6 years.
That's not his fault.
Oh, whoa. At some point in time. What about
who? Who was he supposed to develop, Steve?
You had Baker Mayfield.
They got rid of him.
That's what I'm saying. You had Baker Mayfield. You had Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson in Houston, we never thought we could see him look that bad. It was under Stefanski now. Listen,
they don't put that on Stefanski. No.
Guys.
I know, but you don't associate his name.
Oh, my Lord. I'm not
Deshaun was not Deshaun.
Listen, Deshaun was not Deshaun. Deshaun was rattled. He was self-inflicted. His off-field. I got that part.
Okay.
But I'm not talking about blaming him for that. I'm talking about how precipitous the drop-off was. My God, could you do something?
The one you said.
I mean, could you feed him some protein? What the hell?
2 years ago, he was the coach of the year with Flacco.
He was twice. He was supposed to get
2 years ago when they had Flacco.
I didn't talk about his coach. I just don't come to me like he's some quarterback whisperer now. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with you, Mad Dog, but I think the biggest indictment is the Baker Mayfield one. Because Baker left and went to coaches, reinvigorated himself, and now we regard Baker Mayfield as one of the best quarterbacks in the league, right? So again, now as a rookie, developing, same situation you would be in with Jackson Dart, right? Can you develop this young quarterback who everybody seems to think is the franchise guy? I'm late to the party on quarterbacks for a reason.
I got to see more.
Okay, yeah. I think he's talented. The kid can play. All of that is on display. But before we determine that this is the quarterback you want to be paired with to take you into the future,
I agree.
I will go Arizona with Harbaugh, and I'm gonna tell you why. because no franchise that he goes to, he's going to be under pressure to win. They need a stabilizer in AZ. They need a guy that can compete with what that division is. And whatever decision you make with Kyler Murray, when John Harbaugh gets to AZ, he's going to be the face of the Arizona Cardinals. And then you start from there. They got some pieces on defense that I like a lot. That's a team that I think is I like the Austin Ford connection, but it's a low enough under the radar situation right now.
There'd be no
he
pressure.
can raise the level
There'd be no pressure there.
under people's nose, and then we talking about the Cardinals being a playoff team and having success.
But he's coming from the
That's a
Ravens.
vision?
Well, he's coming from the Ravens, which is like the class of the league. The Cardinals.
I understand. But Trades, he just left. He just got kicked out of the class of the division. Why? Why did he get? Why? Because it eventually transitioned over into the quarterback, and the decision makers are choosing between Lamar and Harbaugh. And Harbaugh lost the cachet of being the face of the Ravens because Lamar's ascension.
No doubt.
Right? And when you get to this point and you got to make that decision, they say, Harbaugh, we appreciate your service. We got to go with the guy that we got on the books for $250 million plus dollars. In Arizona, listen to me. In Arizona, if Harbaugh goes to Arizona and brings Arizona up to a level in which they are respectable and competing at a very high level, he can.
I get it.
It's his franchise.
It's not a terrible
organization.
Pick. I don't disagree. I think Giants, but I think you're
not saying it's the best situation.
No.
But
they don't have a quarterback.
If he could bring it to, I'm telling you, man, it would be that would get me excited.
It's such a hard division, though. It's so hard to win there.
That's
right
fine.
It's a challenge.
Y'all talking about how great of a coach he is?
I need you to stop pulling a Lewis Riddick and filibustering and let me get
What? Get in there. You talked about.
Let me say this.
Stefanski.
No,
Took
man.
my time.
Let me tell you
I had this space.
fellas, if a player hasn't been productive enough, I said enough, for years, what do? Why do we constantly act like coaches get to have lifetime tenure? They don't. 13 years this man hasn't won a Super Bowl. He had Lamar Jackson for the last 7 or 8 years and couldn't get to a Super Bowl. Not lose it, couldn't get to it. We blast Sirianni. The man is a Super Bowl champion. We blast Jalen Hurts. He been to how many Super Bowls? Been to 2 Super Bowls. Would have been the MVP with the one they lost to Kansas City before they stomped them last year. What are we doing? John Harbaugh, mad respect to this man. I'm quite sure he'll get another job. I agree with you. I think the Giants are the way to go. But we didn't really ask ourselves the question. Does he really deserve
It's a different
for
conversation.
a bunch of people calling up, acting like he's some savior? Because they ain't see it in Baltimore. You yourself on the record just a few minutes ago, didn't he say, yo, it's been going on for a few years.
Yeah.
They got questions about it. And what did they say? Even though X's and O's, the man knows what he's doing. He's a special teams dude that got the head coach job in 2008 and soared and exceeded, and we got mad respect for that. But then since that time, one disappointment after another. We bring up double-digit losses more than anybody in the league. We bring up the absence of a Super Bowl appearance more than anybody else. We're going and raving about other coaches that have won. But the minute they struggle, even though they won more recently than he has, we ready to hold them accountable.
Nobody get in my ear about nine.
Come on now. So,
don't tell me not to be in my ear. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is, when that kind of stuff is happening, I'm simply making the point. Why are we talking like it's automatic? How can you not grab him? Wait a minute.